Welcome back. It's 8:10, and this next segment is really perfect timing, especially in light of 2 different rapes on UConn's campus in the last month. We're talking women's self-defense, and Jim Hughes and Paul Britzlofsky are here, along with Maria Upton. Thank you so much for being here. And you guys are going to kind of put me through the paces here. I mean, I know you kind of walk out the door and you kind of look at your surroundings, see where you are. What are common things that women can really do to basically watch our backs?
Well, you know, one thing that's very important to start with is that if anybody's been the victim of a crime, they're really not to blame. Now, there's things that you can do to give yourself better odds of maybe not being profiled by a bad guy. But for people that have been victims, they're not to blame, okay? Right. With that being said, you know, one of the common things that happens is a basic abduction move where maybe I might grab your wrist here, right? Pull you off your base.
When you're not even, you know, I'm walking down the street, I'm walking out, and someone just yanks my arm.
Right, walking by, grabs you, or the equivalent would be you have a purse or a pocketbook or a bag, and you get pulled off and you fall down. That's a tough situation, right? So in that situation, maybe we could have Paul and Maria demonstrate a little bit. Walk us through it, Paul, if you could.
So right here, this is a very common move. When someone grabs both hands, they're usually going to pull down. So Maria's going to make sure to bend her knees and find her balance. So this makes it really hard for me to make her go where I want her to go. She's going to grab her fist, pulling up against my thumbs using her body, and now she's able to run away and find that area of exit or call for help.
I'm going to ask you, and this is on personal experience. About 5 years ago, I was actually mugged, and I was actually hit from behind, and then knocked down to the ground. So in a case like that, where it's like you really don't sense what's coming on behind you, and obviously I had a purse on my shoulder, what would you recommend in a situation?
In the case where you get hit from behind, it's hard to see that coming, right? So when you get hit from behind, you get hit from behind, right? So at a bare minimum, if you guys can follow me with the cameras, if you were to hit me from behind and I fall down, I need to be able to orient myself so my feet are between me and you, at least. And as you move, I need to be able to kind of move and keep my feet between us.
Right. See, I understand. Like, when I was knocked down, I was actually knocked down onto my face, onto the ground like that. So obviously, it was just a reflex to let go of the purse that way.
And it would always be better to let your purse go. Somebody wants your purse, how valuable is it really? It's like, hey, take my purse, good luck.
Exactly, exactly. What are some common moves that if someone is trying to approach you?
Well, a real common thing, and I do want to mention that this two-handed wrist grab is so common in our children's program that Paul runs, Super Kids Karate in West Hartford. All the kids know how to escape that wrist grab. You know, people watching here right now can teach their kids or practice it, and they'll actually know something really good. Another common problem, though, if I went to grab your, could I grab your neck?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. I won't scream.
You've been wanting to do this. Right?
Jeff, don't get any fresh ideas.
If you were to drop your chin immediately, so at least you're protecting your neck a little bit, right? And maybe we can have you guys continue with that move.
So as I go to grab Maria, she tucks her chin, and notice how she rounds her shoulders, so it's harder for me to choke her here. She's going to bend at the waist and come up, and now she's able to escape again, which is
I think it's just a matter of reflex and a matter of timing, because I mean, if someone's coming towards you, I mean, you really got to be quick to think, okay, tuck my neck, go.
Well, it's funny though, in class, you know, every time someone approaches you, you kind of automatically start to move back because of being aware of the situation that you're doing, opposed to being like, oh, okay, I'm going to let this person grab me and stuff like that. So again, number one is awareness and never turning your back, being aware of.
Right, so even if I were to come at you now, you instinctually you're going to know to protect your neck and at least back up. Right? So these basic instincts, everybody has good basic instincts to survive. Right. Okay? We don't always pivot out of them. Right? Yeah, I mean, a lot of time you look back and you're like, oh, I should have done this, I should have done that. I mean, if someone's going to grab me, the first thing I'd want to do is swing it with my arm, with my right arm. Hey, why not? It's a fight. Hey,
yeah, so I mean, obviously, what if somebody comes up behind you to try and grab your neck? And
so if I were to bring my arm, first off, can you kind of sense that my arm is coming?
Yes.
Maybe you know because I put my hand on your shoulder. Right. Right? Well, even if I didn't put my hand on your shoulder, you see that and you feel it. It's kind of perceptually, you feel I'm moving in your space. So that is your signal to bring your hands to my arm, like here, like this, and hang your hands down on my arm. So at a bare minimum, I can't get a grip on you.
So I'm just trying to basically pull your arm down.
Right, and just bend your knees a little bit and give me some of your body weight. Okay, so now that's going to be a little bit of a problem for me here. So at a bare minimum, to just hang your weight here is going to stop me from being able to really choke you. Now, of course, there's a whole series on how to really defend this in all-out war, and I mean, you got to train to be able to do that, although this basic concept might help people at home.
Now, just real quick, you do offer self-defense classes not only for women, but for, you mentioned for children as well. Tell me a bit about men, women, children.
I train with Royce Gracie. He's the biggest name in martial art history since Bruce Lee, right? So I'm one of a very few black belts with Royce. Royce is in all the time training. He'll be here in November. We have all manner of classes for everybody that wants to really learn how to defend themselves in real situations, and it's stuff that really works, and it's a blast. It's fun.
That's great, and it's even something you do with the entire family to really get everyone involved and feeling safe.
Keely and Abby, my 2.5-year-old and 4-year-old, we play this stuff at home all the time.
Great. Thank you all so much for being here. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Well, when we come back, how you can take home a cutie just like this little animal. The Animal Adoption Network is here with some tips on finding and caring for the perfect pet.